Hello everyone, Halo Lifts here, and we're excited to walk you through the installation and setup of our 8,000-pound full-rise scissor lift. Let's get into it. All right, once you receive your full-rise scissor lift, it's going to come to you in two crates. One crate for the control panel, and the second crate is for everything else. Now, what does that come with? You get two runway platforms, the control panel, and several other parts. Let's talk about those parts. You're going to receive 3 hydraulic lines that are color-coded, red, yellow, and blue. A bag for your anchor bolts, bottom plate protectors for your lines, top plate protectors for your lines, 4 frame pads, and 4 ramps. In addition to these parts, there's gonna be a few more parts inside of your control panel. So let's open it up and take a look. You will receive a pigtail, a 4th hydraulic line that is also color-coded red. And then finally, you're going to receive 2 clear lines that are going to be used to bleed the air out of the lift. If you have all of these parts, then you're ready to start the installation. All right, the first step of installing your scissor lift is ensuring that the runway platforms are positioned properly and aligned. These 2 runway platforms are different from each other, and that matters. Let me walk you through the differences. One of the runway platforms will have 1 T fitting here for the hydraulic lines and 2 L fittings, while the other one will not have a T fitting, it will have 3 L fittings. The runway platform with the T fitting is the one that needs to be positioned closest to the control panel, and you'll see why in the next few minutes. In addition to that, you want to ensure that these 2 runway platforms are properly aligned. So the spacing from inside to inside needs to be 33.46 inches, and you need to ensure that these are square. And the easiest way to do that is to just set out some chalk lines ahead of time before you position the runway platforms. Now that the runway platforms are positioned and aligned, we're ready to get started on connecting the hydraulic lines and electric lines. It's time to install the hydraulic lines. If you recall, these are color-coded. So the red line will connect to the red fitting on the runway platform here. Make sure that you're connecting it to the inside of the T fitting, not the outside of the T fitting. The yellow will connect with this middle fitting here, which is also color-coded yellow, and the blue will connect with the fitting on the end. Start out by putting them on and hand tightening them, but then finish it off with a 3/4 inch crescent wrench. Make sure they're nice and tight so you can prevent any leakage as you use the lift. Now that we've connected the hydraulic lines to the runway platform closest to the control panel, we'll want to connect those same lines to the second runway platform. There's a slight difference in the order of these lines. You're going to connect red to red here. However, blue is now connected to the middle fitting and yellow is connected to the fitting on the end. Please note that we do color code these for you to make it easy, but just wanted to highlight that. So same thing, hand tighten these, finish them off with a 3/4 inch crescent wrench so that they're nice and tight, and then we can move on to the next step. now we're going to install the clear lines. You'll want to open up the control panel and connect these lines to these two fittings here. To do that, remove the fitting covers. Once you've removed the fitting covers, you'll place each fitting cover on one end of each of these two hydraulic lines. Make sure the threaded end is facing the end of the clear line. Once you've done that, you're going to install it to these two fittings and then run the opposite end of each of these lines through the bottom of the control panel. Now that we've connected the clear lines, we're gonna set them aside. We'll get back to them here in the next few minutes, but for now we need to install this hydraulic line to the motor and connect it to the runway platform. We're gonna show you how to do that. The L side of the hose is what connects to the motor, while the straight end is what connects to the runway platform, and we'll go ahead and show you how to do that. It's time to connect the electric lines. So let's lift up our panel, and inside of here, you'll have 3 different electric lines that we'll need to route and connect. The first will have a white cap at the end, as you can see here. The second will have a female and a male end, and it will have white labels with numbers. One should be numbered 15 and the other should be numbered 13. That's important to remember because there will be matching electric ends on the runway platforms that will match those numbers. And then finally, the third line will simply be a red and blue male and female end. Now, we're going to run those lines through the side of the control panel down to the bottom and out the same opening that our hydraulic lines are ran through so we can get them connected to the runway platforms. Now we'll want to connect the electric line coming out of the second runway platform to the first runway platform. and it's just female to male and male to female, as you see here. Simple enough. Now it's time to connect the power lines coming from the motor to the pigtail we discussed earlier. Just connect your green, which is your ground, to the yellow and green, red to white, and black to black. And then you'll be ready to start running the lift. Final step before operating the lift is to add hydraulic oil. We recommend that you add AW46 or ISO 46, and it's going to take about 2 to 2.5 gallons. Just make sure you don't top it off to where it overflows, and you should be good. All right, it's time to install the clear lines. In order to do that, we have to raise the runway platforms up about a foot off the ground. So go ahead and plug your control panel into 110 volt power. Take this red switch, turn it clockwise until the power button is on green. And then we're gonna take the lift up by holding the up button down. Now that the platform is up, we're gonna show you how to install the clear lines. It's important to note that the two clear lines are not the same. There is a shorter line and a longer line. The shorter line hooks up to the runway platform closest to the control panel. In the longer line, we're going to connect to the further runway platform. Now that we've installed the first clear line, it's time to install the second one. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to press and hold the up button until the second platform begins to rise, giving you enough space to install it. Please note, we've installed this lift before to test it before shooting this video. So in your installation, this first runway platform might rise all the way to the top before the second one begins to rise, and that's totally fine. Do not be alarmed. We'll talk about how to calibrate the two together in a later point in this installation video. Now it's time to calibrate the two runway platforms to ensure that they're going up and down in sync. In order to do that, we'll need to take the platforms all the way up. All right, once holding the up button does nothing anymore, what you'll want to do is you'll want to raise up the panel, and then there's going to be a black button right in here. You'll want to hold it and take these all the way up. All right, now that they're all the way up, we got to bring them all the way down, and we'll need to repeat this process maybe up to 4, 5, or even 6 times until they're completely in sync. So remember, take it all the way to the top. Once you get to the top, you'll want to hold the black button inside the panel for at least 3 seconds. Then you'll want to bring the lifts all the way down and repeat that process until they're completely in sync. So now I'm going to bring them down by pushing the down button. All right, we're now all the way down, so now we're going to go all the way back up. All right, now that it won't go up anymore, I'll open up the panel and I'll press and hold this black button for roughly 3 seconds. Now we will come down. All right, we will now go back up. Now, we'll press and hold this for roughly 3 seconds. Now that our runway platforms are going up and down in sync, it's time to install the ramps and add the covers to protect your hydraulic lines as well as your electric lines, and tuck those lines away so that way you have a neat, easy to work in space. All right, guys, you're one step away from being able to use this scissor lift with your vehicle. The last remaining step is anchoring these runway platforms down. We've provided you with 8 anchor bolts, 1/2 inch in diameter. So yes, use a 1/2 inch drill bit to drill into the concrete. The position of the drilling will be based on the holes at each corner of these runway platforms. Once you have it anchored down and level, you might need to use shims. You'll be ready to start using the lift. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed.